Howdy folks, it's Not Jay from Not Jay's Tabletop Gaming, and in this video we take a look at the King of Battle. That is the Soviet artillery and the counters that represent them for Lock and Load Publishing's World at War 85 Storming the Gap. Let's dive in. Our first artillery piece for the Soviets is the 2S1 self-propelled artillery. It carries a 122 millimeter gun and has a range of about 15 kilometers. It has an extended range of almost 22 kilometers, probably with a rocket assist package. It does have an anti-armor value for direct fire. It does have a range of 5 hexes with 3 dice needing 5s to hit. In the indirect fire or the HE component, it has a range of 55 hexes, 3 dice needing 4s to hit. It does have that black triangle, which, as we know, tells us that it has a minimum range also of 3 hexes. It is lightly armored, needing 1 die with a 6 to save, has a speed of 5 hexes, and it does have an assault value, 1 die needing 5s. Now, it will be able to be reduced, and it goes to anti-armor 5 hexes, needing with 1 die needing a 5 to hit, and then its HE value, its indirect fire, is still 55 hexes, 2 dice needing 4s to hit. Still has the 1 die for a 6 save, still speed of 5 hexes, and still now 1 die needing 6s to hit in the assault category. So that's your 2S1. Like I said, that's the 122 millimeter self-propelled howitzer. So let's go ahead and look at its big brother. Here we have the 2S3 self-propelled howitzer. As you can see, it does not have a anti-armor value, so this is only an indirect fire weapon. It's got a range of 87 hexes, 3 dice needing 4s to hit, and what that is shooting is about 152 millimeter gun at a range of roughly 18.5 kilometers. Rap assist gets it out to 24 kilometers. It is definitely a beast with that 152 millimeter gun. It is armored, needing 1 die with a 6 to save. It's got a speed of 5. It does also have assault value of 1 die, needing 5s to hit. It too has that minimum needing 3 hexes. When we reduce, as you can see, still no anti-armor, only HE, again with the 87 hexes, 2 dice this time, needing 4s to hit. Still the 6 up save on a single die, still the 5 speed with 1 dice needing 6s in assault. And again, still has the minimum 3 hexes there. So there's your 2S3, the 152 millimeter self-propelled howitzer. So as big as the 2S3 is with its 152 millimeter gun, the 2S7 is the granddaddy of Soviet artillery, it seems. It carries an 8-inch gun. It's 203 millimeter howitzer. It's got a range of 100 hexes. That gets you out there. That is the next table over. The range on this is 23.5 to 55 kilometers. In miles, that's 23 to 34 miles is what its effective range is. So that 100 hexes is taking you out to about 35 miles from it. Obviously, being a howitzer, it does have that minimum range. Can't fire it at anything less than 3 hexes away. It's got a little bit better armor. It's got a 5-up on a single die for saves. It still is a speed of 5, and is 1 out of 4, 1 die needing 4s to hit in the assault. When we reduce it, same range, now needing 2 dice, needing 3s to hit. Still 5 to save, still 5 distance, still 1 die needing 5s in assault. So the D30 towed howitzer does have an anti-tank value, does have a range of 22 hexes, rolling 2 dice, needing 6s to hit. Its HE, or its indirect fire capability, is 55 hexes with 3 dice needing 4s to hit. That looks very familiar. The reason is that's what the 2S1 has in it. It's the 122 millimeter gun. So what they've done is taken this gun and put it into the chassis to give it self-propelled capability. Why the difference here? That is a question that Lock and Load Publishing will need to answer. Probably has something to do with the ability to possibly depress more for a better indirect shot. I don't know why they chose, because it's the exact same gun. Why they chose to do that, I'm not sure. The T means it must be towed by a truck. The S means that it is a soft-skinned weapon, so you cannot fire anti-tank weapons at it, or anti-armor weapons at it. And it does have an assault value of 1 die needing 5s, and that's basically the crew. What pulls this? Well, of course, it's a truck. A truck is exactly what it sounds like. It is a truck. In this case, probably about a 2.5-3 ton truck. It is also a soft skin, so you can't fire anti-armor weapons at it. But it does have a 7 hex speed. Now, when you reduce the D30, you are now at 22 hexes with 1 die needing 6s, or indirect fire 55 hexes with 2 dice needing 4s. Still soft skin, still towed, still 1 die needing 6s. Again, being artillery, it does have that minimum hex count of 3. Trucks are what they call a one-step counter. So once it takes damage, it goes away. Unlike an armored vehicle, even though it's considered soft skin, it's still lightly armored. So it will continue to fight even in a reduced value. Trucks don't have that. You know, once you shoot up something that is truly unarmored, it goes away. Be mindful of that. So that is the artillery that the Soviets bring to the battlefield, with the 122 millimeter 2S1, the 152 millimeter 2S3, and the 203 millimeter 2S7 self-propelled guns, and then the towed gun, the D30, and then of course the truck that pulls that D30. So there's your artillery. What other equipment do the Soviets bring? Well, this is self-propelled mortar. So the MTLB is a lightly armored vehicle that the Soviets made to be a towing vehicle. Literally, MTLB, I'm not going to even attempt to pronounce the Russian words, but literally it's multi-purpose towing vehicle light armored is what the words that MTLB stand for. And it is a multi-purpose, fully amphibious auxiliary armored tracked vehicle from back in the 50s. In some ways similar to the M113 in the fact that they have used it for just about literally everything. And in this situation, it's a 120 millimeter mortar. Again, with that black triangle, we know that it is going to have that minimum range. It is lightly armored, so it does get that 6 save on a single die. It's got a speed of 6 hexes with the 1 die needing 6s in the assault portion of its capabilities. When it reduces, We have a range of 23 hexes, using 2 dice, needing 5s to hit. Everything else remains the same. So the MTLB 120 self-propelled mortar. The BM27 SP MLRS. That is going to be the Soviet self-propelled multiple launch rocket system. And this thing is going to carry 16 rockets at 220 millimeters, so over 8.5 inches in diameter. They can shoot out an effective range of 22 miles. The maximum firing range is over 90 kilometers. 90 kilometers equates to about 56 miles. So you want to reach out and touch someone, this is the guy to do it with its 100 hex range. 3 dice, needing 4s to hit. It is a soft skin, so there is no armor on this sucker whatsoever, with a speed of 6 hexes, of course with that minimum range. Because it is a true soft skin, since there is no armor on it whatsoever, it is a one-step vehicle. It's one and done, so it takes damage, it goes away. But it is so far back, it is almost to the point of being off the board. This is going to be used when you are fighting on the big 8 map, Fulda Gap map, which I intend to show to you at some point. I've shown it a couple of times on the live show, but I will show it to y'all on one of these videos. But it's a beast. It really gets out there and can do some damage. So there are the artillery assets and their counters for the Soviets. I hope you enjoyed the video. We'll be taking a look at the Americans at the next video with their artillery and what they bring. So until next time, we'll see you on the flip side.